Gemini.
Hello Gemini, this is your forecast for November 2015, and I just want to give a little shout out to all of you that have written in, sent emails, and thank yous for the new website, pick3cards.com. I'm happy you're enjoying it, and then you can just go pick out your own tarot cards for your own free reading and then listen to the video response. So I'm really happy that you are enjoying it. But now, starting out here this month of November, we have Venus and Mars. They're doing the dance here, and they are 22 degrees in the area of your home. Home life, family life, your foundation, everything now that you're trying to establish here within the family area, but also in the residence where you live. So there's a lot of joy. There is Venus here with love and generosity, and Mars with action. Some of you might just find yourself here redoing or remaking your home environment to something of a perfection and of beautiful atmosphere. Mars gives you that drive, it gives you the focus to get things done, maybe also here to clear out whatever, the basement, the garage, just because Mars is only here in this area once every other year, so it could be one of those deep cleans. Venus comes here once a year, and so, but when the two of them together, we're also looking at romance too. So some of you Geminis might just find yourself moving in with your significant other here this month. Now, the influence will be to November 8th. Then Venus is going to move onwards into your 5th house of love, self-expression, creativity, fertility, children, all of those things, with Mars following right behind it on November 12th. So you have into that period to focus on getting things done here in your home area. After that, yes, it goes to say without saying that the 5th house of romance, having both Venus and Mars there, well, that's very productive. And for those of you who are single, well, Gemini, this could be the month that you might just come across that new person in your life. So we hope for it, but also for those of you who are self-employed, this is a great time to expand and put in those new things, the new concepts, the new creativity that you might have to share with your people, your crowd. We also have, though, the main focus, and that's where the sun visits, and the sun is visiting the 6th house. This has to do with your health. It has to do with your daily schedules. It's all about kind of clearing out. That goes perfectly with the 4th house, Venus, Mars. So I can just see how you're focused, busy now to create those things, to get the flow going, should I say, just so we can work more efficiently in the months, the weeks and months to come. But as far as looking at your health, well, the sun is giving you that extra little push to look at your diet. What are you eating? Can you change that up? Can you become a little bit more holistically conscious of what you're putting into your system? The sun is going to help you to do that as well, plus getting your body into some workout regime as well. We have the new moon on November 11th showing up in that very same area here, close to the sun. And so that is the time that we put down our intentions. And our intentions here would be, I really like this flow of having cleared up my life, my space, so all the clutter is gone, and I want to keep it this way so that I can become efficient in the weeks and months to come. Just so that we have that in mind. And of course, it is also the time to write out that check, that abundance check to yourself on the 11th. But then we have Mercury. Mercury is our communication. It is in the 5th house. Will remain there for a little bit, just the first few days of this month here. So that is you and your communication with your partner, but also with your children. And then Mercury is going to join the crowd here with the sun, the new moon, 6th house, and also help you get on track to do those things that are important for you. So November 2nd, this is when the conjunction is accurate and precise between Venus and Mars. You can see them in the night sky. November 5th, we have a beautiful constellation between the Sun and Pluto. Now the Sun is you, Pluto is transformation, so you might just find that very deep inner work now that is going to help you transform the areas that you feel is important to you. Pluto is in your 8th house, so you might put some attention towards your savings or the resources that you have with your significant other, or looking over your savings accounts, investments, and so forth. Great time to check that out. On the 10th, Jupiter is going to bestow upon you maybe a little surprise, hopefully so there, Gemini. Jupiter in your 4th house, and that might just come from a family member where you're trying to establish something or expand your space. You might see that you might find a good deal as well, maybe a new piece of furniture that can fit perfectly in. On the 13th, we have Venus, which again is love, romance, but it's also money, your financial situation. Saturn's coming in, and Saturn likes to secure and ground that security. It's a 6th house, so for you, this is going to be between the 5th house, 7th house, so it's within your love relationship. You might just find that there's expression, a sharing of the heart, spirit, and soul with your partner that feels like you're really getting onto that same page, moving towards those goals that you see mutual. Maybe locking in some future goal between the two of you, especially because also communication here on this day is absolutely beautiful with Mercury and Jupiter. Mercury communicates and Jupiter expands with hope and inspiration and abundance. So circle that 13th. It would be a great time for you guys to have a date night. 20th to 23rd though, here's a little bit coming in that we might need to look at and maybe readjust something. And this is Venus. It has to do again with love or money. First, it's going to square off on Pluto on the 20th. This will be between the 8th house, maybe some perhaps investments return, or it could also be a tax return for those of you who file late. And you might just see there might be a little tweaking needing to be done, or also here on the 23rd, Venus is going to be opposing Uranus. Might be an extra expense coming in here. So you just want to pay attention to those days. But the 24th is really good for moving ahead as far as your goals. Okay, Mars, your drive, is coming in here. Saturn wanting to lock it in, secure it, give it some good roots, just like it did there with Venus earlier on the 13th. Mars is filling that very same degree in your chart here, and so I feel that's going to leave you feeling as if you have accomplished a goal that you set out to do. This follows straight through with the communication coming in just the very next day on the 25th, where Mercury and Mars are going to communicate and set things up. And I feel for you here that this should be perhaps between, I feel in the area of something creative, some thoughts that you've been working on for a while, mind you. It's not one of these instantaneous flashes that come in, but something that you've been working towards. Now, this would be a great day to have a meeting or an interview, or give a presentation of what it is that you're wanting to accomplish, or even if it is between you and your loved one, well, great day to kind of really put yourself out there and say, this is what I see. This is what I'd love to accomplish. And especially here with you, because the energy is pointing towards that union. So we have also then the full moon, Gemini, and this full moon is great. Why? Because the full moon is in your sign. So the first house, and the full moon will always cast some light upon you personally, and how you radiate and how you give out to the public at large here too. So you might just come to see that this would be a time for you. And it's coming in on the very same day as that Mercury and Mars. So try to focus it in on your schedule if you have anything special going on, to let it happen here so the moon can illuminate what it is now that you are achieving. So listen, you have your 2016 forecasts up already. You might go and check on them if you haven't listened to them before. And also go and check out your partner's chart for 2016.